Quite frankly, it's none of our business. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am a recovering alcoholic. I'm still sober. I'm still enjoying each and every single day. I've never met somebody who's ever regretted getting clean and sober. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last 24, 48 hours, I guess. You've probably seen it on the TV, read it on social media, on the X feed, heard it on the radio or something. Brad Pitt has ended his 7 years of sobriety, and he has resumed drinking. Now, I don't know the details. We haven't really seen anything about the details. Sure as hell, probably not going to go dive into and try to find those details. Quite frankly, it's none of my business about those details. I don't know if it's one of those situations where Brad Pitt has gotten to the point where he can go out to dinner and maybe sit and enjoy a glass of wine, maybe even enjoy a beer, maybe a shot of whiskey. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those situations where it's like the Man of 30, that how Bill Wilson writes about the Man of 30 in the Big Book, where he's drinking, then he takes 20 years off, he retires, and then he picks back up where he left off. I don't know, and I don't care. It's none of my business. It's none of any of our business, really, truth be told. What should be our business is that we want the best for Brad Pitt in his recovery efforts, regardless of what that looks like. Just this morning, TMZ announced that Conor McGregor, he too, has resumed drinking. If Conor McGregor and Brad Pitt have found that trust in themselves, they've established that connection with their higher power, or whatever that may look like for them, my only concern, or my only care, I should say, is that they're successful in their recovery efforts, in the recovery journey. That's it. It's not up to me to judge. It's not up to me to sit there and say, well, you're doing it wrong, or they've been led astray. I know that personally because I get people telling me all the time how I'm leading people astray. My immediate response to that is, astray from what? What's your baseline? What's your baseline? Well, you're leading people astray from the Alcoholics Anonymous, and this is usually coming from the AAers. You're leading people astray from the AA program. Really? Okay, so what you're telling that person then is, if I'm saying you're leading them astray, you're basically placing a priority on the pathway over the person. I encourage you to go back and watch the monologue just a few weeks ago, actually about a couple months ago now, that I shared on that pathway versus the person. Whenever we say we're leading people astray from what? The pathway? Because I thought the person was the priority, not the pathway. However people choose to get clean and sober, that's none of our business. What it should be our business is helping them find a way to get them clean and sober and to keep them clean and sober. People want to use CR. Encourage it. I will drive you to the church. If people want to use NA, I will drop you off in front of the building and wait for you till you get out. If people want to use AA, like me, I use the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't attend AA fellowship meetings, but I do use the program. If you want to go use AA, I will set you down. I'll take you through the Big Book myself. At the end of the day, our priority and our emphasis should be placed on the person and their success, their successful ventures, I should say, rather than how they did it. And we get, as a society, alcoholics seem to be the worst, I think. As a society, we seem to get so wrapped up on how people are doing things rather than the fact that they're doing it. And because of that, the newcomers come in and they see that we're splitting hairs, we're pissing in the wind, and we're trying to one-up the other one. It shouldn't matter how people get clean and sober. All that should matter is the fact that people are making an effort, and whenever they reach out and they are asking for help, that someone is there to help them, not indoctrinate them, not convince them that my way is the only way. So many times, and I can say this from personal experience because I've witnessed it firsthand, so many times people, at least within the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous, they're so adamant about making sure you do it the way that they tell you to do it that they miss the point, they miss the message, and no wonder that newcomer comes in and goes, this isn't for me, and they go right back out. I also spoke not too terribly long ago about that revolving door. This is the very behavior that keeps that revolving door of AA and NA, I might add, keeps it going around, because we get so wrapped up and so strapped to this book of suggestions that we turn this book of suggestions into a list of rules that people must follow. No wonder people want to go back out. I want to encourage you, if you're new to recovery, find a program that works for you. That doesn't work for me. The way I work my program may not work for you, and that's that's okay. But find a program that works for you. Find a program and take it and make it work for you. I was sharing with an individual on Facebook just yesterday. I took the AA program and I made it work for me. I didn't do it the way other people wanted me to do it. Fortunately, by the grace of God, I didn't. I had people in my life who didn't want me to do it their way. They wanted me to find my own way, and I was nurtured and allowed to grow up in that mentality. And I took the program and I made it work for me. You as a newcomer, take a program, take anything, and find a way to make it work for you and make it your own recovery. Not mine, not anybody else's. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. This, you guys, absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.